Welcome to the number 22 edition of WWMS, our weekly Friday Flex show, except now on a Tuesday, here on the Fairfield Woods YouTube channel. We hope you all had a nice weekend, but now it's time to break down Argentina in the World Cup qualifiers, our segment about the new Taylor Swift movie, other sports news, and my interview with All-American high school track and field star Lorenzo Lopes. But first, let's start off with our joke of the week. Sunday and Monday are in a fight. Who wins? Sunday, because Monday is a weekday. We hope you guys got some enjoyment out of that very funny joke. We have many things to break down in today's episode, but first let's go to Arav's geopolitical segment.
What's up, dudes? Today I have some current events for you. Well, Taylor Swift has been gaining more and more followers that are more commonly referred to as Swifties. Swift has been on her newest tour, the Eras Tour, since March of 2023. The Eras Tour is a compilation of all her albums, or eras. The tickets to this renowned concert have sold for as much as $35,000, with the average Swiftie spending $1,300 per ticket. Due to the immense popularity of Swift's concert tour, in late August 2023, she announced that she was releasing a movie into all major theaters across the US, Canada, and Mexico, starting October 13th to premiere for 13 weeks. The film sold $123.5 million of tickets, despite this movie only costing a mere $20 United States dollars compared to the thousands of dollars people spent on Eras Tour tickets. If you and or your family would like to see this show, it is currently premiering till July at the AMC Marquee 16 in Trumbull, Connecticut, just 15 minutes away from here via the Merritt Parkway North. Recently, I had the privilege of seeing this movie this weekend, and it really felt like a fully immersive concert experience with very loud and clear sound. In addition to this, AMC allows standing up and dancing and singing, furthering the concert ambiance. You are even encouraged to exchange friendship bracelets and more. If you want to learn more about Taylor Swift's story, please check out the Geopolitical Substack linked in the description below. With that, peace out, dudes.
You can find more content from Arav on The Geopolitical, which is a podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, and other podcast platforms, or you can go to his website, thegeopolitical.net, where you can also access his Substack newsletter. In other movie news, a movie about the all-time great gaming company GameStop was released last month. Dumb Money, what it's titled, is about the rise of GameStop and how Keith Gill, who was an early investor of the company, became rich. We're now also seeing a common pattern when it comes to movies. Between Air, BlackBerry, Tetris, and now this, the past few years that we've been seeing this new era of movies, those being about successful stories or lack thereof. This individual movie stars Pete Davidson and has a 91-to-9 ratio by Google on those who like the movie compared to not. Be sure to check it out. For our science people, 2 weekends ago was the 2023 annual solar eclipse. On October 14th, the moon passed between the sun and the earth, creating a shadow that we like to call an eclipse. This isn't common either because the moon doesn't orbit the same way the earth and sun do. Us Americans could have seen the eclipse in either Oregon, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, or Texas. After next year's solar eclipse on April 8th, though, people in the U.S. will not be able to see another one until August 23rd, 2044. In some sports news, it was announced that flag football will be an official sport at the 2028 Summer Olympics, which will take place in Los Angeles. And what will be the 9th Olympics hosted in the USA, flag football, as well as other sports like baseball, softball, cricket, squash, and lacrosse, will be added for sports at the Summer Olympics, and this is huge news. A lot of people have always complained that we have not been able to see football at the Olympics due to its physicality and the time it would take to play it. But now we'll have a glimpse of it. It will be interesting to see the players that participate, and it will be a great opportunity for those in the AFFL, American Flag Football League, to showcase their abilities on the global stage. For now, this next Summer Olympics will be in Paris in 2024.
For our soccer fans out there, last Thursday the 12th, Argentina beat Paraguay with a final score of 1-0. This means that Argentina has kept their winning streak with a record of 3-0 in the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers. Basically, if they keep this up, they're definitely qualifying for the World Cup.
Now for our interview this week. A few days ago, I got to talk to All-American high school track and field star Lorenzo Lopes, who also happens to be coached by our very own Mr. Sorbello, and he shared his thoughts on being a track and field athlete and how he became an All-American and much, much more. When did you realize you had the talent to be a track and field runner? And then when you did, what did you really do to pursue that passion, kind of make it a reality and get to the point where you are today?
So back in kindergarten, my gym coach, Coach Quinn, and so he said I had ability. I had like ADHD and dyslexia, like high level of it, and I needed to move all the time. He always, he said, "Hey, you should join the track team." And so I joined. And then he, said like someday you'll be great because I lost my first race, sadly, but I came back the next meet winning it because I practiced more about it and, I had fun with it. And in first grade, he sadly passed away in the middle of the year. So
Sorry to hear that.
it hit me really hard, but I really wanted to, keep going.
So, as you mentioned, you have been an All American now multiple times, for your age group, and that's not something that a lot of people can say. So, what was that experience like being considered an All American?
So my first year of All American was actually not until 8th grade year. So me and my mom traveled out to California, in Sacramento, where I raced in I think it was 102 or 103 degree weather, out there, and I ran a 3K in a pretty okay time, I would say, for myself. And I got ranked eighth in the country, they said. And that's considered All American, top 8. So I'm glad I sneaked right into that spot. And a famous saying that Coach Sean actually, or Mr. Sorbello to you guys, he said, because I'm a distance runner, he said, "You're a sprinter." And I had 150 to go. And just like that, I've never heard something like that before. And boom, gears just changed, and I was a full-out sprinter. And because there was someone right on my tail, so if I didn't do that, I would have not gotten All-American.
Thanks so much to Lorenzo for coming on the show, and thank you so much, Mr. Sorbello, for setting that up. In our last piece of sports news for the day, the NBA season begins tonight, and many people, like me, are very excited for it. The Denver Nuggets look to defend their title despite losing some key pieces. The Bucks and Celtics are in a battle for the East with acquisitions of Damian Lillard, Kristaps Porzingis, and Jrue Holiday in the offseason, and older teams like the Lakers and Clippers look to give it one last shot at a championship. If you're interested in hearing my thoughts before the season, check out coverage on Wiz Talk with Chase, Cool Sports Network, and the Chase of Sports News YouTube channel in the coming weeks. We also have some really cool news out of Australia, as they're planning to create the tallest timber concrete hybrid building in the world. It's supposed to be 192.2 meters or 627 feet. The developers say 42% of the proposed tower will be constructed by timber, with the columns and core made of reinforced concrete. The concrete actually makes 8% of the CO2 emissions in the world. The building is supposedly going to be used for apartments. When they finish the construction, they say it will surpass the world's tallest timber building in the world, which is right now the Ascent Tower in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is 25 stories and is around 86 meters tall or 284 feet. For more info, you can click the link in the description or the QR code on the screen. We hope you guys enjoyed the 22nd edition or October 24th edition of WWMS. We hope you guys got some information on a variety of topics, and if you have any tips or pieces of advice, please let us know. Shout out to YouTube channels Mr. TC, Mr. Latte, and Sports for Kids. Thanks so much to an incredible behind-the-scenes crew, alongside Arav Kapoor. Signing off here for Pepperwoods Middle School, I am Chase Coburn, and we'll see you on Friday.